friends, welcome to Wheats, the marijuana edible review show where we help you make sense of your dispensary. Although not today. Today we will not be helping you make sense of your dispensary. Instead, today we are not talking about weed at all. Well, we're talking about weed tangentially or obliquely. But instead we're talking about the absence of weed because it is day 10 of my 30-day tolerance break here at Wheats. So I'm 1/3 of the way through. Hallelujah. 20 more days to go. That seems like an eternity, but I'm confident I can do it at this point. I am confident I can do it at this point. Unless, some major tragedy were to befall us all and turns me into a sniveling, anxious mess and that would require weed to rehabilitate. Unless that happens, I think I can make it to this 30-day mark. So, what's been going on? Sleep, first and foremost. In these 3 days since I've checked in, and it has been, I think, 3 days, right? Yeah, it's been a minute, which I love that phrase. It's been a minute. What a pleasant, polite, just quaint way of describing it's been a while. But yes, what's happened? Sleep, as I said, 1 day of zero sleep, 1 day of okay sleep, and then 1 day of fits and starts, maybe 2 hours in total. So shitty sleep, what can you do? To be expected. At least the hellscape, awful, terrifying, make you not want to sleep nightmares have started to subside. I haven't had any for the past 3 nights, so that's good. Fingers crossed that those bad boys don't come back. Don't like experiencing those, that's for sure. So what else? What are some of the other things that have been going on? Just some things that I have noticed. Perhaps paradoxically, my memory has started to slip. I've started to forget every little kind of details, where my keys are, where my sunglasses are, what time an appointment is, where I have to be when, what I have to upload when, what is due at what time. All those things are just slipping my mind. Now, I don't know if it's because my brain is used to having weed and it's used to using its memory on weed, and without weed, I'm just having to sort of relearn to remember things in a different way. But I found it bizarre. If anything, I thought my memory would have improved, but it has definitely become more slipshod since going on this tolerance break, which again is a little strange. I've been more productive and marginally so, not a whole lot on the margin. I've been getting small projects done, little chores around the house, some smaller work things. All those things I've been getting done easier and more quickly. So the productivity has been going up in certain regards. In other regards, it has been going down. I've noticed that my productivity my attention span has been shot too. Without weed, I don't have the attention span that I once did. So focusing on big scale projects has been tough. I don't have as soon as I really get into something, I go, I'd rather be doing something else, or maybe I'll check on this, maybe I'll do that. So my attention span has definitely been shot without weed. My productivity has gone up, but I haven't been able to really focus on big scale projects just because I can't focus. I don't have the attention for it. So speaking of not having attention, something that is good for people who are sort of lacking focus, lacking attention, I have been playing a shit ton of video games. More than I normally do, for sure. I've beaten Mario plus Rabbids on the Switch, which is an amazing, excellent game. Loved it so much more than I thought. XCOM plus Mario, who would have thought? So good, so good. I've been playing a shit ton of Fortnite on PC, just a ton of it. I don't even think it's that good. I think it's just got its hooks into me, and it's got, those like little addictive drivers like log in daily for your quest rewards, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, it's got hooks in deep. I've been playing that every day. And then I just started the new Uncharted spin-off. What is it? The Uncharted Lost Legacy, is that it? I just started that. I'm sure I'm going to love it. Love all the Uncharted games. Who doesn't? Naughty Dog are basically gods. But I've been able to play video games. Been playing video games. But I've noticed, and this goes hand in hand with my attention, my ability to even watch TV shows and movies has really diminished. I just can't pay attention for that long. I keep taking breaks. I want to do something else. Even a 30-minute TV show, even among the ones I love, like Broad City or Rick and Morty. Well, I haven't been watching Rick and Morty, I've been saving that. But the ones that I love, I've just been like, okay, let me pause, let me go do something else. I just don't have the attention span to do it. And movies, forget about it. Haven't been to the theater since the tolerance break. Don't know if I'll even go to a movie while I'm on the tolerance break. Just because going to the movies and going high on edibles go hand in hand with me. And I don't think I could break that. I love it too much. So haven't been watching movies and don't think I'm going to be going to the theater to really watch any either. Just don't have the lack the attention span for it. It's just not interesting to me right now. All right, let's talk about Kratom, guys. I know you guys have been interested in my Kratom experiences. So far, I've only ordered or tried from Kratom. I know everybody says the vendors are wildly different and strains are supposed to be wildly different in terms of effects and potencies and all that good stuff. I do think, good side, I do think that Kratom has helped me get through this tolerance break. It has helped me with the weed withdrawal. It's not that there is such a thing, but just the desire to smoke weed, this sort of psychological addiction to weed. But it is very subtle. It is very, very subtle. It's almost non-existent, but it is there. You can tell on the margin, on the fringes. I know I've got, my mood has been uplifted slightly. I know that's kind of vague, and it feels kind of vague. It's just that I don't, that sort of post-weed malaise is a little bit dulled on this. And my energy level goes up on it for sure. My energy level, well, again, for sure is strong. It's subtle, but it's there, but it does go up. So I would say it has been helping with my weed tolerance break. I don't know whether I'll stick with Kratom. I doubt I'll stick with Kratom once I get back to weed. I don't have any problems with Kratom. I don't have anything against it. It just doesn't affect me as strongly as, you know, its evangelists, its proselytizers. I don't get the really desirable effects from it. I don't doubt that the people who do, and I don't doubt that it helps those people immensely. It's just not as much for me as weed. Again, happy to have it now, but I don't think I'll be continuing with it after this tolerance break. Very quickly, one last Kratom thing. I did order a small batch from a different supplier, I think herbaldom.com, instead of Kratom. I was just really interested to see how different the, different suppliers are and how different the different strains are. So I went ahead and put in a small order, and I'll be sure to let you know about that as well. Okay, now, time for the big news. Guys, we have a website up. Yes, that is right. We have the beginnings of a website up. It's really just the shell at this point. We are adding content as quickly as we can. It's mostly just mirroring the links that are on YouTube. We're not going to put really any exclusive videos or anything up there. It's just a good way of optimizing our SEO, which I know is boring, but that's why we did it. But you can find us at weeatsreviews.com. Again, our new website, weeatsreviews.com. Also, you can email me directly at weeatsreviews.com. Again, just send me an email. Whatever you want to send, you can send it to me because it's exciting that I have a customizable email address, and that is weeats@weeatsreviews.com. Now, last thing here, and thank you so much for watching this far, guys. I just want to, before we sign off here, give you my that cherry on top of this shit sandwich that has been the dispatches from the tolerance break. And that is another book. I know, books, just shoot me. How boring. But guys, this is one of the few ones that I can legitimately say has changed my life. It has been a paradigm shift in the way I think. And I think it's good for this moment because it is the rare breath of optimism. It's not an overly optimistic book. It's not foolish in its optimism. But David Deutsch, the author of The Beginning of Infinity, I believe he is a quantum physicist at either Cambridge or Oxford. Should have looked that up first. And it is written from a physicist's perspective, but it is largely a tome about philosophy, about humans and how humans are the universal creator, how humans have the ability to solve all our problems if we could just get past a few issues. Now, those issues are large, and he doesn't brush them away. He doesn't sidestep those issues. But it will give you a sense of optimism about being a human, something we could desperately need right now. And again, this is one of my favorite nonfiction books. It might be my single favorite nonfiction book of all time. Again, that is The Beginning of Infinity by David Deutsch. It's a little bit more of a steep reading level than the other books that I've recommended. It's not impossible to read. It's not, it's not going to hurt your brain, but it does require a little bit more participation from you to read it. So just know that ahead of time. But if you do decide to pick it up and read it, I hope and I'm confident it will change your thinking and make you feel better about this world like it did for me. So again, that is David Deutsch's The Beginning of Infinity. Grab it on Amazon. I don't think you'll be sad that you did. And guys, that's going to do it for this dispatch from the Tolerance Break here on Wheats. We'll see you on the next dispatch and or review. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.